Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I want to make a very short contribution on the resolution to lend support to some of the issues which were raised by the Leader of the Opposition, Mr. Speaker, and for answers to be provided, and probably you can help guide us on this. And I'm often reminded that I'm a newbie, I just come, but I have looked at previous resolutions for renewals of the overdraft. And I looked in particular at the one, I think it was in June, and it had a particular wording. And the wording which was used then made it very clear that this was for an overdraft facility. It was monies being requested by way of advances. It shall not exceed the sum stated in the resolution, and that it had a shelf life of 6 months. This is how it has been drafted. It was very clear when you read it. It was a renewal of an overdraft facility. In no instance can I find historically that the overdraft facility was to be used for any other purpose than for current expenditure. This resolution before us speaks of $85 million being borrowed from banks for capital and current expenditure. And I think it is necessary that the House be informed as to why the drafting is different. And I said, if you look, Mr. Speaker, and these are documents of the House, the drafting of the resolution, which is the House giving legitimacy to the act of borrowing, was drafted in a particular way. It said what its purpose was for. It said the life of the resolution. This one does not do that. Does that mean that this has an eternal life? It does not say it's for 6 months. It does not say it's for the purposes by way of an overdraft facility. So my first question and my first request is for us to ascertain that this is in fact the correct wording of the resolution. And I said, again, compare that to previous resolutions that were very specific and was drafted in a particular way. And of course, I must ask the question. In the past, the resolutions only spoke of current expenditure. This speaks of capital expenditure and current expenditure. In other words, government is using if this is for an overdraft facility, government is using an overdraft facility to finance capital projects. Can we be told which capital projects? And under what circumstances now we are borrowing money using an overdraft to finance capital projects? Again, historically, because of cash flow, you need to ensure the machinery of government operates, so you use an overdraft to fund it. But this now speaks of capital projects. Which capital projects? And if that's been used to finance capital projects, how will those monies be accounted for? Is there a loan coming later down the road? Is there a grant coming later down the road? Is this bridge financing? Because we're now using an overdraft facility to finance projects. And I think it's quite in order for us to ask which capital projects that is being used, that this facility will be used for. Mr. Speaker, I think we all agree, and I think the Leader of the Opposition, Member Castro, has made the point. St. Lucians are very nervy about borrowing, because when monies are borrowed, it has to be paid. So people will have questions, and people are asking questions. And like I said, this does not provide the answers. I'm not suggesting that it is wrong. I can tell you it is unusual, because it is not the normal way in which resolutions have been passed and been drafted in the past. And I certainly would hope, Mr. Speaker, you can provide us with an answer as to the capital projects component for which this speaks. Thank you very much.